and stay tuned. So hey folks, this is the International Air Transport Association. That's their logo. That's the organization which determines airport codes. So of course everybody remembers the Wright brothers, 1903, the first airplane. The original flight field, first flight, aviation field, FFA. So a lot of the old airports, or places where airports were built, they actually had weather devices there to determine the weather. So they had pretty much airport codes. So LA was LA and Phoenix was Phoenix. So any airport that had a weather station, they just added an X to it. So therefore, Los Angeles is LAX and Phoenix PHX, Portland PDX, so on and so forth. So as I was talking about before, also, when possible, they try to make airports make sense. So obviously Boston Airport is BOS, and Seattle is SCA, Minneapolis St. Paul MSP, and Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina is RDU. So of course under this program, there are certain restricted letters. All the Canadian airports have a Y in them. Z is for special use. Q is for international communications. See, all naval stations use the word N. And this is where it gets tricky for places like Newark Airport, who has EWR. And for radio stations, the FCC holds on to the K and the W. So you never see those in airport designations as well either, leading them off. So in talking about the airport codes with the Navy holding on to the N's, that's why you get Newark having EWR. But you could see, once you know that the N is taken off, it kind of makes sense. Norfolk is ORF. You see where that comes in, the ORF. So it's basically they're taking the N off the first one. And of course, Nome, Alaska is OME. So here we are again in the case of MCO. You see right there, that's Colonel Michael Norman McCoy. A lot of times famous military pilots, the airports will be named after them. So you see Spokane is a similar thing with GEG, Major Harold Geiger. Then you got Knoxville, Lieutenant McNee Tyson. And like we're talking about, Orlando, Florida, MCO, Colonel Michael Norman McCoy, the one who the airport is named after. And that's a famous picture of Colonel McCoy. Just to give you an idea, put a face behind the name. And this is the B-47 Stratojet, the one that he piloted away from civilian areas around Orlando that he ended up passing away in. That's the famous jet that he was in. A night landing in Orlando Airport that my son took on video. And it's a scene that we were all familiar with. A scene we're always happy with coming into Orlando. Nothing like seeing the friendly skies of MCO, Orlando International Airport. So till next time, folks, have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.